What's up, everyone? In this video, we are talking about the one simple trick to get more Upwork proposal responses. That's something I wanted to share with you today after we just released Advanced Upwork Proposals Volume 2, which you can get at the link below. I'll leave it in the description if you're someone who is looking to go beyond with your proposals to get more responses. I shared new tips and tricks in there, and we also talked about things like the framework proposal template, which is going to help you build a completely customized template for yourself. And it is also going to allow you to get responses faster than ever without writing custom proposals every single time, which has been a big problem for people in the past. Our Advanced Upwork Proposals 1, still a great course. People are still enrolling in it, still getting great results. But Advanced Upwork Proposals 2 gives you a new framework template, a way to craft your own template that works better than Advanced Upwork Proposals 1. But Advanced Upwork Proposals 1 has the tactics, all the tricks and tactics. This one has a few new tactics. Get them both probably. They're both going to be awesome time for you. But in this video, we're going to talk about one simple trick that is going to completely change your ability to get results, to get responses on Upwork. So if that's something you're interested in, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. So you're out there sending your proposals, you're sending your cover letters on Upwork or maybe on other freelance platforms, because this doesn't just work for Upwork, it works for other freelance platforms too. And you are trying to get responses and yet it's not happening. For many of you, I know that it's not happening because I have a series of Upwork courses, and one of those courses is Advanced Upwork Interviews. And I noticed that it has significantly less students enrolling in it than the proposal courses. Why is that? Well, that's because people aren't getting past the proposals. You're not getting responses, so you're never making it to the interviews, and that's really bad for you because that means you're probably not making money. So today is one simple trick to get more responses on Upwork, and this trick is so easy, but most of you won't do it. Most of you won't take the time to do it. You just don't care enough. You just don't have the heart in you to do it. And it's really painful to see because in the last week, I've sent like 5 total proposals, got responses from all 5 proposals, and I just don't understand why you're not getting responses. But I actually do understand. I just don't understand why people aren't doing this one thing. So what is that one thing? Let's go ahead and dive into it. The one simple trick to get more responses on Upwork is that you have to ask yourself this question. What can I say? If I had only one sentence, if I had one sentence, one shot, one chance to make a first impression, one sentence to make me stand out in my industry, in my niche, for my skill, if I only had one sentence, what could I say that would be different from everyone else? Or what could I say that would stand out from everyone else? What could I say that would jump off the page and grab this client and be like, make them think, this person is completely different. This person has a completely different and unique mindset. This person thinks differently. They think outside of the box. This person is unique. They're creative. They're unconventional. They are someone who is saying something different from all of these people over here. You've got all of the sheep, and then you've got the lion, and they're two completely different people. And the sheep say the same stuff. They say all the I-focused stuff, the me-focused stuff. They use the old templates. They use the same templates. They use the same structure. And then you got this guy over here who just says something completely different. But it all comes down to what one sentence. If you had just one sentence, what could you say in that one sentence that would be different from everyone else? And I say one sentence because that's all you get. You get one sentence at the beginning of your proposal. One sentence to make yourself stand apart based on that very first sentence. It could be your headline, it could be your opening statement, whatever it is, it's one sentence. And if you don't say something in that one sentence that grabs the client's attention, you're done. Because just like all humans, these clients make decisions based on snap judgments. They make decisions based on whether or not they like you. They make decisions based on whether or not you're relevant. They make decisions based on whether or not you're credible. And if you don't tap into one of these 3 areas, likability, credibility, relevancy, you're done. So you have to think about, first of all, who is my audience? Who am I writing for? Who am I trying to get to respond to me? You have to ask yourself questions about what does that audience think is standard? What are they used to seeing? You have to kind of get to know what other people are writing, how they're sending proposals. You might have to do a little bit of research for your niche. This might take you a little bit of effort, and when you do, it's going to pay off. But you might have to go and find out what other people are saying and look at their proposals, see the examples. I mean, we've got them all over the place. They pop up in my Discord chat sometimes. I'm sure there's examples all over Reddit of what people say. You could even post a job on Upwork if you really wanted to go that far to see what other people are saying in that industry. But you need to say something different, because what you say has to stand out from everyone else. Otherwise, it looks just like every other proposal, and then clients see that and they're like, oh great, another boring freelancer who has nothing new to say and isn't really qualified for this gig. You have to say something different, something novel, something unique, something that stands out, something that is going to be relevant or demonstrate your credibility. All of these things are really important. And when you do these things, when you show the client that you are relevant, that you are an expert at this skill, and when you do it in one single sentence, that's like 11 words or less, they're going to want to hire you because they're going to like you immediately. It creates an instant connection. So when we talk about you focus and rapport building, this all comes from that first line. It all largely comes from the first line. Most clients aren't going to keep reading after the first line if they don't feel like there's something unique there. Or they might read after it, but then you've already set the context. So if you set the context in the first sentence with a terrible first sentence that looks like every other freelancer, then you end up setting the context, the overarching framework for your proposal in a way that says, oh, this guy's just like everybody else. So now the client paints you in this portrait of being just like every other freelancer. You've set yourself into that group, and then they read your proposal from that mindset. And because they read your proposal from that mindset, they end up not responding to you. But if you say something different, which requires research and it requires creative thought, and once you figure this thing out for your audience, for your industry, for your niche, and for your skill, you can use it over and over again. So don't get me that part wrong. Like, that's part of building a framework proposal template, which we do in the course. But once you get that thing figured out, then you can use it again and again. And so you don't have to rethink of it every single time. You just, when you come across a client who's similar to past clients where that line has worked, you just use it. But it requires some creative thought up front. So what can I say that's going to stand out to this client? What can I say that's going to get them to like me in one sentence? What can I say that's going to be relevant in one sentence? What can I say that's going to demonstrate my credibility in one sentence? It's not just about starting with the word you anymore. That's kind of still you focus. You're still focusing on the client and their needs and their problems and their pains, but you have to demonstrate it in a different way. You can't just come from the old, you need this, I do this. That's not going to be enough to get the attention of clients anymore. I don't start any of my proposals that way anymore because it's just not a wise idea. There's too many people doing it. There's literally thousands of people who've taken that course, seen that proposal template, and then did the exact same thing. And so it stops working. And now you have a chance to change things, to build your own template, to make it completely custom to you. But what are you going to say that's different? That's the whole point of this video. I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind. Like, if you had only one sentence, let's say you even dropped the rest of your proposal. You just had one sentence total. That was your whole proposal, is one sentence. What are you going to say that's different? What are you going to say that's unique? What are you going to say that stands out? What are you going to say that if a client reads it, it's going to reward them? It's going to make them like you. It's going to make them want to know more about you. It's going to not be the same as every other freelancer. That's kind of the topic for today, so I hope that you will take something away from this. I hope that you will think about it. I hope that you will test it. Jesus, just give this a test. Just try it. It's so easy. It takes so little time to come up with something creative, but you have to know your audience, and I can't know that for you. People are asking me for templates, examples every day, but I can't give you examples for your audience because I'm not going to sit around and research every single niche on Upwork so that I can create examples for every single one of them. Do your own research, because that's part of being a freaking freelancer. Do your own research, get your own answers, form your own question or form your own sentence, and bring your own value to the table. That's part of this. That's part of personal responsibility. That's part of being a valuable freelancer who is going to be successful. I'm not just going to hand you success. Like, it seems like that's what people want. Just hand me the success, hand me the proposals, hand me the templates for my industry and for my niche, and also hand me the money. And while you're at it, Lex, do the work for me. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. So do your own work, do your own research, bring your own value to the table, but think about one sentence. You get one shot. What are you going to say in that one sentence that's different? That's the one simple trick. If you can figure that thing out, that thing that you're going to say, that one simple trick is going to get you more responses on Upwork. It's going to make you stand out. It's going to improve your response rates. It's going to improve your overall hiring rates because you'll get more interviews. And once you get more interviews, you have more chances to win the job. So be thinking about that. That's all I've got for you today. Let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. I hope you're all being safe, clean, social distancing, all of that stuff, staying home, and just generally having a good time. I'm having a pretty good time. It's been pretty cool here at home, but it's like a normal day for me every single day. So hopefully this has benefited you in some way. I'm Lex DeVille. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.